With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with a... Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. And this opening kickoff will not even reach the landing zone. It hits short of the 20, so that's going to move the ball out to the 40-yard line. It didn't take long to see our first penalty of the game, did it?
We always talk about everyone wanting to get into the game in a hurry. The officials did as well.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercise before this one, and they're paying off.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Back to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Nowhere to turn here. He's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
You call plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. A great field position for them, Charles, to start that drive, but not a lot of yardage to be had. They do, however, come away with a long field goal.
Yeah, and that's a plus. I mean, give them credit for that. They start the game 3-0. Don't come away empty-handed on this opening possession. And one other thing, it's a 50-plus yard field goal. Let's give the kicker a little respect as well. Those kind of kicks aren't routine.
Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll drop to throw. It's caught. Mitchell. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 2nd and 7. Now the first carry here for their running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Here now, 3rd and a yard. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he will have a Jaguars first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that.
And that is incomplete. It's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Oh, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2. And now here's a carry heading left. And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game.
The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The numbers for him from a week ago, 21 carries, 78 yards.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down. Now whistles here. And I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved.
Start offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
In motion goes the tight end. 2nd and 5. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 3 catches now this afternoon, the same number he had all of last week. Also, it's a 1st down. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. They'll look to throw again. And he's got his man on the out route. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Back to throw again. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And with a well-placed kickoff, that's what these new rules can do for you, as he'll be backed up to start this drive.
Back to throw now in his own end zone.
Wide open receiver, complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Seems like all the fireworks in this first quarter have been on the other sideline, but here they're saying, hey, we've got some explosive guys on our side too. And that's a big play in a game that's looking like it might be full of big plays.
Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
You look at this Cowboy defense.
They are the 22nd ranked unit against the run in the NFL.
Well, there wasn't anything wrong with them on that play, was there? Able to make a nice stop, held them to no gain. The key to their defense, though, is exactly what the defensive coordinator told you and I. They've got to be consistent.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. Back to throw here. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 4.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 34-yard line. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
The Cowboys had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And what doubly stings for them, CD, they lose week 1 at home, and now here on the road week 2. So it's certainly not a must-win, but boy, you hate to start a season with 2 straight losses.
Yeah, because you sort of feel like you're playing from behind right from the beginning, and that can really mess with your confidence. Plus, If you get to 0-2, here come the articles, here comes the sports talk shows, pointing out the small percentage of teams that make the playoffs after they begin a season 0-2.
On play action, they'll throw. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, he looked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively, just too hard to keep him under wraps, and delivers a big play here for this offense.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is going to be stopped cold.
3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And this is not going to wind up anywhere near the landing zone, so this will be blown dead. And they'll move it up to the 40. And that flag accepted. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. They're going to look to throw. And that's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues.
They're just going to run a drive route here with their tight end. Let him get upfield about 10 yards and then move toward the middle of the field. This ball's right on target, and it results in a 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
This offense so far on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. They'll set up a throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead them to 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Cowboys to take over. They were losers to Philadelphia a week ago. Now they find themselves in the lead as they start this drive. They go play action here on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They'll set up to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Looking to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
So a pretty nice throw right there from the rookie. And this, of course, is game number 2 of his NFL career. His guys did not get the win, Charles, in the opener. But what did you see from him last week?
Well, I think all things considered, he played pretty well, and I don't think I'd pin the loss on him. But there's no question, this is a learning process, and that was step 1. And he's hoping on the road to glory.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Looking middle, and that's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Can't get away, and he's taken down. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
The lessons will continue, but this rookie, he's got to learn how to read situations just a little bit better. That far behind the line, he's got to find a way to get rid of the football and not take the sack, whether it's with his legs or just throwing it away.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fielded at the 20. That's some strong running. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Now back to throw. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Now 2nd and 3.
couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to kick it away. .40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Jags going to go on offense now late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Mitchell. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. 2nd and 3. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo, where you see the final score there. 16-14 was the final score. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side could play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
Kicking team.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, if you're going to give out a little applause on that play, it has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. And the Jaguars send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. They'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he will have a Cowboys first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
A lot depended on the spot there, and he got it. But it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the first down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it, but not by much. Here's a 2nd and 5. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
He'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 18. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Over the middle, it's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up 2nd down. Back to throw again. This will be caught at about the 6. And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cowboys are able to widen their advantage.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Point after try forthcoming. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this kicking team. And they'll accept that penalty. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Now a 2nd and 2. He'll drop to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Back to throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Only able to gain a couple there, and it's 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 46-yard line.
Now a handoff running through the middle. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 45 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th. They'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll go as nearly a loss of 10 on 1st and goal, so a disaster there. It goes as a 9-yard loss on the sack.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave them with a long 4th and goal.
This defense continues to be good on 3rd down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this? Let's try to get it in the end zone.
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should 4th down be any different?
True.
You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
And this is not going to wind up anywhere near the landing zone, so this will be blown dead, and they'll move it up to the 40. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll send the tight end in motion left. 2nd and 11. And he's got his man on the out route. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This time it's 3rd and 3. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his 1st season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. 48 yards. And the Cowboys have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will wind up way short of the landing zone, so that's going to move the ball all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Kicking team.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. From the 43, here's 2nd down and 7. They'll look to throw here. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead. And thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
On play action, they'll throw. He'll buy some time right. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And a pretty poor kick here. It doesn't make it to the landing zone, and that means they'll move the ball out to the 40-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Looking to throw.
Looking for the crossing route, and he's got Mitchell.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 44-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. They're going to look to throw. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 2nd and 10. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Here comes 3rd down and 7. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 66 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. Oh, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for Dallas, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.